Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to review and show you guys here on camera in action the new Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. From the get-go, let me just tell you, I am in love with the packaging. I really like the fact that it's like metal type thing. I really feel that it's very steady and it protects the eyeshadows very well. Once I open the eyeshadows, you guys can see how beautiful they are. We have a variety of tones that really remind you of a sunrise, like a morning sunrise, and I love the tones. So from the get-go, I'm telling you that the first impression is that I love it. In case you missed it, on my previous video just a couple of days ago, I uploaded eye swatches of the palette. So if you want to see it in action, just swatches on the eyes, go ahead and check that video out. I will leave the link in the description box. For this video, I'm going to quickly do this eye look so that you can see how the eyeshadows perform when you're actually trying, because in that video I was just packing it and blending, and to be quite honest, I didn't spend as much time as I usually do blending the shadows, because let's be honest, it's time consuming to be, sitting there and just blending all 15 eyeshadows. So check that video out. But for today, I am gonna tell you guys whether or not I think this palette is worth it. So if you're curious, then just keep on watching. Alright, muñeca, so this is the final result. I really love how the shadows perform. They all blended beautiful. The shimmer shadows apply beautiful. I'm really obsessed with this palette. To be honest, the only reason why I was not a fan of Natasha Denona in the past is because of the price. So I really feel that this palette for $65, it's a fair price point. We get 15 shadows, and I'm pretty sure that we get less product than the $129 and the $169, 200 plus palettes that she has. Nevertheless, I feel that it's worth it. Like, you don't need so much of one product, especially if this is not your first or only eyeshadow palette. So I mean, honestly speaking, I am obsessed with this palette. I really, really like the formula. As a matter of fact, I think it's better than the other shadows that I tried in the past from the other palettes. The matte shadows on this one were not as loose as the ones in those palettes. I believe the other one was the Sunset palette, and it was $129. It was a little bit bigger. The component was here, it felt like leather. This one is metallic feeling. I'm not quite sure if it's actual metal or just plastic, but I like that this one feels a lot more sturdy than that one. We have a mirror, which for me is a plus, because you can use it to do your makeup with that, and you don't need like a separate mirror like I do sometimes. Overall, I really like the quality of the shadows. The only one that kind of disappointed me was Azalea, that one right there, because it feels like a little too gritty. I don't know if you guys can catch it there. And when I try to apply it, like, the swatch is beautiful, but when I tried to apply it, I felt like I was applying glitter. So my impression from that is that you probably need a glitter glue to use that eyeshadow, which is completely okay. Maybe you can wet your brush, but it's the only one that, without taking any additional steps to make it work, didn't work as I expected it to. Every other eyeshadow here, you don't need to wet your brushes. The matte ones blend like a dream. I promise you guys, they're so buttery in a positive way that it's not even funny. They wanted to point out that you do get a little bit of fallout when you're using the shadows because they're so buttery, but it's nothing crazy. Like on the eyes, I actually, and when I'm saying fallout, I meant to say like, you know, mess here on the actual palette. On the eyes, the only one that gave me a little bit of fallout were the shimmering ones, like that one right here. When I was applying it on the lower lash line, it did have a little bit of fallout, but I'm completely okay with that. I mean, I didn't wet the brush, and I was doing my eyes before my foundation, which I typically do whenever I'm going with a brand new palette. So overall, my loves, I really love this palette. I really recommend it, even though $65 is not the most affordable palette. You're paying $4.33 per shadow because we have 15 in here. And if you compare it to like a ColourPop eyeshadow, which by the way, they're great, but those are $5 or $6 per piece. So I think that this is a pretty good deal, even if we do get a little less product, because let's be real, if this is not going to be your only eyeshadow palette, you might never hit pan on them anyways. Bottom line, my loves, I really like this palette. I really recommend it. Again, if you want to see how they perform, all of them, swatch on the eyes. I'm going to leave in the description box the eye swatches of the palette so you can see it for yourself. I recommend this palette more than any other one that she has, again, because of the price point, and I just love the colors and how they perform. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on my social media. I am on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat, all under Glam by Penela. Thank you all. I love you so much. Besitos, and I see you guys next time.